All right, welcome everybody. I want to welcome you to this call. I have two very special guests with me right now, and it is Randy Parks and Chris Meets from ECom, and they're the supplier that I work with exclusively, not only for print on demand stuff, but even where we're storing a lot of our inventory that we're sending to Amazon. We keep it in their warehouse, and they're able to do a lot of great things with it. So anyway, I wanted to bring them on just so you guys can learn a little bit more about their company, what they've been doing, and the benefits that they can bring to us as we are sellers in whatever capacity that we're doing. They have a lot of different options. So Randy, I'm gonna pass over to you. Please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your company and what you can do to help our sellers out.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Thanks for having us on. I appreciate that. Yeah, my name's Randy Park, and I'm the COO of ECom. Formerly, we're Printex. We've been in business for about 32 years. We started as just a screen printer and kind of grew into the contract decorating side. We were doing millions of shirts for licensed companies throughout the 90s and 2000s. And shortly after Obamacare, we needed to figure out a different model. We needed to figure out this internet-y thing. And we did. So, Chris and I put our head together and we figured that the system that he had built for communicating to our licensed customers 24/7 was ideal for what we needed to do to support e-com customers with their store and connect them to somebody like us to handle decorating and a print on demand model. So essentially that's the evolution that we've gone through. One thing that does make us, I think, special is early on I saw, and I always did in my business, the power of personalization. So being able to incorporate that personalization in our integration through all those platforms, whether it's Etsy, Amazon, Shopify, and WooCommerce, is being able to have that personalization in there. Because what I've seen through the years is being able to make yourself unique by having a personalized product. If you're going to sit there and compete with just a plain design or something that they can get on another store or in Walmart, your life is tougher. So personalization has been a big part of what we do, and we try to expand on that all the time.
And I remember, Randy, I just expand. I remember you telling me one time, I said, how much, how many of the sales are actually personalized products instead of just sending them, just selling regular products that don't have personalization with it. And you told me 75% of your products going out the door have personalization with them, right?
I'd say it absolutely is. And, and especially, what we're seeing with Etsy and on a lot of our stores, now, if you're building a brand, if you've got a brand and things like that, that's a whole different area that you're chasing. And again, in the print on demand business, in this digital era, where you can create a design, not own any product or anything until you actually get a sale, it's ideal for it. One thing that also kind of got me into it is, how many times you think in the last 30 years, somebody's come to me and said, dude, we can make 1 million of these and make a fortune. And by the time the old way where you'd have to print up the shirts, get samples done, and you've got quite an investment in it before you ever get a sale, a lot of people went broke on it. So, this model that we're working on now in the print on demand, being able to just kind of create a digital image, get it out there, see who wants it, and then scale it from there has been very, very successful. And by the way, Dave, you do a great job of training your people to be successful too.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So we see a lot of great things that are happening with this model. I'm teaching people that's where we start. We start with print on demand well before we get into like an FBA model where we're sending the inventory in for the exact reasons what you said. So tell me, what are some of the things that you're seeing in the marketplace? I mean, I know there's people that are talking about that, hey, that was a good idea a few years ago. There's other things to focus on nowadays. I mean, what are you seeing? I mean, this is what you guys do, so what are you seeing in the marketplace?
And, like I do, Dave, years ago, it was, not years ago, just a few years ago, it was like the Wild West. You could throw a few dollars at Facebook and sell anything and make some money. That business isn't there anymore, especially when it comes to T-shirts or things like that. That model really doesn't work. What Chris and I have been seeing quite a bit this last year is the success of Etsy and your sellers as well. But, Etsy, these marketplaces like Etsy, it's inexpensive to get into it. You can get a few products set up, inexpensively. You can get going and you can be successful. You can have some sales right away. We're seeing kind of a decline in some of the other platforms on it's just almost a tougher world lately. I'll let Chris kind of spend a little more time on that. Matter of fact, that's a good idea, Chris. If you could, why don't you kind of share maybe what we've seen in especially fourth quarter and over the different platforms, and then specifically too on what we're seeing out of Dave's group.
Yeah, definitely. So, this time of year, we really like to take a kind of a step back and kind of look at how things went over, the Q4 of last year, see where things were successful, what platforms were successful. That tells us where we need to expand on, and then also what products were successful. So we know, where to put our focus on going forward. And, Randy's absolutely right. Especially last year, the majority of our sales, especially Q4, far outpass, Etsy by itself was able to outpass, what people are doing on our other integrations with Shopify, WooCommerce, Amazon. Etsy is far and above the leading contender there. Having that built-in traffic and being able to, just list your products and have people come right in and be able to purchase without having to spend a whole bunch of money on ads has just been huge. And then kind of, even diving deeper into it on what customers were the most successful last year and how they were able to do that, far and above, Dave's customers were far and above any other new customers that we added last year, just from the time of being able to get in and start getting products listed and start getting sales. The number of customers that were successful, but successful faster as well, was far and above, any other set of customers that we've been involved with for sure.
And what are you seeing as far as the products that are being sold? So I know I like to teach people to start with mugs. I think it's just it's an easy purchase. It's a great gift item. It's a no-brainer purchase as well because it's so cheap. But there's, of course, you guys have, over 100 products that you're selling. What are you seeing as far as the mug sales and then other things that are selling on your platform?
Well, absolutely the mug sales. And you're doing a good job of showing your people on how to be in the mug business and how to get that working. But we do really well with glassware also. So, we laser engrave wine glasses, whiskey glasses, beer mugs, so on and so forth. That's doing well. And I know several of your people have picked up on that and they're having the same success. One thing about that is you can't find that all over the internet either. So there's fewer people selling that. T-shirts is very competitive, but we sell a lot of shirts every day, and we have a large direct-to-garment part of our business. Pillowcases, you jumped onto that this year. You showed a few people, and it really blew up for them. The pillowcases was easy. We're going to add about 4 or 5 new products in this next month or two, along those lines, different tote bags, different. I tell you what, I will share those. We're going to add some doormats and floor mats. So that's going to be a neat little product. It's going to be similar to a pillowcase on how to put that together. But all those are ideal to personalize and, bring new attention to yourself. Something on some of the numbers you were sharing, Chris, I think I could give you a little more specifics. I think we feel that probably 40% of our business overall has been on fourth quarter when Etsy sales, Chris.
Yeah, Etsy pretty much made up. Etsy sales was half of all of our business. Yeah,
half of it. And then Dave's customers of that, how much was Dave's customers of that Etsy? Did you and I talk about? I forget.
I believe they were pretty much right at half of that as well. Just the customers that have been added within the last 12 months or so.
But a lot of those really only came in, since midsummer or August. So they got up to speed pretty quick. And I'd be willing to say probably 8 of the top 10 were Dave students.
Absolutely. Yes. Yep. I would agree with that. Yep.
Yeah. And Dave, and you give me a lot of tips. You and I talk about it, and we set up an Etsy store. We had one about a year or two ago, and just didn't have a lot of time to spend on it. We set another one up in fourth quarter, and kind of taking some of the advice that you shared with me. And it's not our full business. Our full business is supporting e-commerce customers. But we threw a few things on there, but we've averaged 3,000 a month, and that's nice to have for us.
And
just on a few things.
part of the reason why we wanted to spend the time on that, that's obviously, like Randy said, not our main focus. Our main focus is supporting you guys. But we wanted to know what struggles were out there and what things that needed improved upon, to be able to make it easier for you guys to do business. One of those things that we noticed was the ability to pull in gift messages, all the time, even though you can turn that off and Etsy and everything, but you still have customers messaging you all the time. Hey, can you include a gift message? Can you include a gift message? And we're like, that's not something anybody else really offers. And that ought to be something. We already have a packing slip that's going in the package. So that's something that we've actually updated recently for everybody, where it'll automatically pull in. The customer leaves a gift message, it automatically pulls in and goes in that package with it, which especially around any kind of gift giving seasons, Christmas, Mother's Day, etc. That gets to be a very large portion of your orders are gifts, and people want to be able to let the person know who it came from. And before that, there wasn't really a way to do that. So.
Yeah, that's
not an easy way.
Exactly. I'm glad though that, it's unfortunate it happened after the Christmas season, because that's the majority of the time that we have that.
Well, we're ready for next year now.
Awesome. We're looking forward to that.
Well, that happened, Dave, because I was too stupid to turn it off, and I had it on several things that were selling, and so I was having to basically do it the hard way and put those gift messages in there on our own store. And so that's, once I felt the pain, I had to reach out to Chris and figure out, how do we solve this?
And that's good that you guys have that store. Even like you said, it's not your main focus, but you get to see what we've gone through. We're going through the different things that happen, and because there's roadblocks, speed bumps, I like to say, along the way, and so you get to go through them just as much as we are. And then you guys are seeing ways, and you then take those things and incorporate ways to make the system better and make it better for us sellers. So we're very thankful that you guys are engaged with that, and that you're even willing to take the time to do this. And for those of you guys that don't know, by the way, one of the things that we have that Randy has offered us is we have a VIP bonus. So when you actually become a student of mine, you come through the course. If you guys are not a student already, we get some really good benefits. Randy, you want to just share what some of those benefits are?
Well, for one, you get a year's worth of free integration, so that's worth quite a bit. This isn't necessarily a bonus, but I do want to point it out. Something we do that most of the other print on demands don't, is we have a packing list in there with the order, and it's in the packing list. It identifies you as the seller, so it's your store. It gives you an opportunity to build your brand, create that relationship with your customers, because it's got your name on it, your contact information, and they don't know that we exist. All they know is that you do through us, and that's how we have things set up. Exactly. I'm not sure, what else that we're offering. We have discounts on our products.
You give us $1 off of some of the products. I think we have $1 off the white 11-ounce mugs. So that makes it, it's $4.95. I think it's $3.95. That's a great deal. We have $1 off of water bottles and maybe tumblers or something like that. That's great, because when you incorporate how many sales that you're doing in a year, that's just money in the bank over time. And, you can't even factor in that bonus until you look back at what you did over the past year. And also, you guys you give us such an amazing customer service support. Barry's not on the call right here, but he's one of the main guys that we talk to on your end. And he's always very quickly to get back to us and get things taken care of. When things are, things break in shipping, it's not even your fault, but it happens with USPS. It's just the way they handle things sometimes. You guys take it, and we send you the proof that we have a broken item, and you guys get the replacement on the door, no cost to us. And it's just the things that you guys provide to us is just things that aren't happening with other suppliers. So we're very thankful for that.
Well, we're thankful for you guys, and if you're not in business, we're not in business. We don't make a penny until you sell something. So it's our incentive to make sure that we support you everywhere we can.
And also, what we didn't mention, but you talked a little bit about putting the branding on the packing slips, but you guys are also, you have the option, and down the road, I'm going to have to start working more with our students with this, of really doing our own packaging, so besides just the packing slip, packing box options. I know, Chris, you guys introduced, designing our own box already last year. That was one of the things you guys did. I think that's pretty cool. But we can even develop inserts and different ways to further our brand as we move forward. So I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that, but I think that's a great way too to build that brand presence as we are growing our businesses.
Yeah,
And Chris,
so
why don't you share both of those? Yeah, not the I guess start with the packing list and what we allow them to do at the bottom, and then describe a little more on the like the gift boxes that we have with several of our items.
yeah, so on the packing slip, something it's available to everybody for free. We essentially the bottom half of the packing slip, there's an area there where you can upload your own image, whether it's branding or you want to give them a coupon code or just say thank you, whatever it is. You can upload that, and that's free and available to everybody. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and that goes inside of every box to all your customers. So there's a pretty big benefit there. The customized boxes that you're talking about. We essentially have where on coffee mugs and certain items you can design your own label that goes onto the box, where it's kind of almost like a thank you gift box type of thing. So you can put in, if it is a gift, like we were saying, they can say, to mom from little Chris or whatever, and have the design on that label as well that kind of goes along with the design of the product on the inside. They say you got two chances to impress your customer. One is when they make the purchase on the site on Etsy. I think everybody's doing a good job of that. And the other is when they open up the package they receive at their door. So, any ways that you can optimize that is always the best. And then, inserts and stuff too, that kind of goes along with, we've talked a lot tonight about kind of the print on demand side of things. But, a big part of our business is also the kind of warehouse and fulfillment. If you have your own products, whether it's an insert that you want to go inside of products or something else, your own widgets that you want to be able to source and sell, we can kind of take care of the warehousing and inventory management and that side of things for you. And then when orders come in, we pick, pack, and ship those items for you as well. And those are a pretty quick turnaround on those sort of items. So there's a lot of opportunities there to be able to expand your business beyond, not just the mugs and the other products then that we're talking about, but really kind of the sky's the limit on how big you want to grow it.
Definitely. We're always sharing that with the students that there's tremendous opportunity and the sky is the limit. Further, what you were just saying there, Chris, about the warehousing side of thing, when we have students that are ready to move forward with the FBA Amazon business, right after the print on demand, setting, basically stock already printed out and you're buying the inventory in advance, sending it to Amazon. You guys are doing an amazing job by not only putting the cases together for us of our own products, of the mugs, but also you guys put the barcode on there that we need, and then we give you guys labels. You ship them out. We can even print them in advance and put them in stock in the My Warehouse that you guys have option. Then we send it into Amazon as needed. So that's something that I've really taken advantage of with you guys this past year. In fact, I think you guys have the majority of my stuff now that we have for our private label business sit in your warehouse there in Hannibal, Missouri, right? And I remember when Randy said, "Yeah, just bring it over here," I said, "You sure you realize how much inventory I have, right?" And he's like, "Oh, we got plenty of space." So we're looking forward to growing with you guys, because as I'm working with students, getting them to that part of the side of the business, the private label side of the business, that you guys have that opportunity to work there with you guys with the storage, because Amazon, there's a lot of different things with Amazon. They don't allow us to not only put the full inventory that we want in there, but also their prices have gone up significantly. So.
And as we're talking about growth and being able to expand your business out further, as I was saying, one of the things that we really realized is how big marketplaces are now. So we do a lot with Amazon, we do a lot with Etsy, and that's why very soon we're going to be rolling out an integration with eBay as well. So it's going to give you another one of those marketplaces with built-in traffic. We kind of have our system set up where, your Icon ECom account with us can kind of be your dashboard or your hub of all your products. And then you can push it out to the other platforms from there. So, for example, when we release this eBay integration, if you've already got 500 products listed on Etsy, it's literally another click of a button to be able to list those same 500 products over on eBay. So, the work's already done. You push it again, and now you've got that many more eyeballs that you're able to get on your product and be able to make sales from. So we're excited about expanding out on that as well.
Definitely looking forward to it. Thank you for sharing that knowledge. Do you have a release time that you guys are going to be doing that you can release in the eBay integration?
We plan to have it released to everybody by the end of February, by the end of the month.
And that is, so as you guys know, we're in 2022 as I'm recording this. So February 2022, you might be watching this past that. It might already be a part of the system there, because we only have a couple more weeks left of February before we're on the March. It's already, the time goes by faster and faster. I think the older I get, it's pretty crazy. But Randy, anything you just want to close this out with? And again, I appreciate you guys' time. I just kind of, I asked Randy, I said, hey, can we just record something real quick here? And it went into this really nice video that is going to, be, I think the students are going to love hearing all this information. So thanks again for your time, Chris and Randy. And Randy, close us out with anything else you want to share.
No, just thanks for having us, Dave. And again, we really are seeing a lot of success with your group, especially. You're doing a great job of showing these guys how to be in the e-commerce business, and you've got them in the right place right now. Etsy really is working for everybody, and let's just take full advantage of it this year, and while it's still hot.
Definitely, I agree, and I don't see it changing anytime soon as far as negatively.
No.
And yeah, even with people are always asking me about competition and stuff, and in this business, when it comes to designing our own things with personalization, there really is no competition, because it's everything we're doing is unique, and that's why it's a great place to start. And we're excited about it, and I know we continue to grow, you guys continue to grow, and it's going to be great for people or as they see this, for them to add more to their diversifying their either their income, their family income, or their side hustle, or whatever it may be where they're starting. So thanks again, you guys, for your time, and I continue look forward to working with you guys, and we'll be chatting soon.
Appreciate you, Dave. Thanks.
Right. Thanks again.
Thank
Take
you.
care, everybody.
Bye.